It's been a minute since I did one of these videos, but I was having two separate conversations with two different friends yesterday, and it caused me to say, man, this would be kind of cool to discuss real quick. A lot of times in life, and we were having two separate conversations. One friend, the conversation, we're talking about finances, and we're talking about he's getting into real estate. Shout out to Key. We were talking about numbers and behaviors of people and all this other stuff, and it's to me, we were talking, and I said, a lot of the ability, and this rule to me is you apply it with anything in life for a lot of things. It's the 80-20 rule. Even with finances, and the other conversations with my boy Squeak, and we were talking about weight loss, and we were talking about his ability to lose weight and a lot of how he's did it. And to me, the same rule applies to both top categories. It's like a lot of things in life, but 80% of this stuff, 80% is your behavior, and the other 20 is like head knowledge with a lot of this stuff. Anything you do in life, a lot of times, 80% of it is your behavior, your habits, your discipline, and your structure. Can you delay gratification? Can you sacrifice? Those rules apply in finances, and also, losing weight. Anything you want to master a career, you want to learn something. It's a lot of it is behavior most of the time, and then the other 20% is the little nitsacks and crannies to perfect it. So I thought about that as we were talking yesterday, and we and him were discussing, when Bree and I were getting in the house, and some of our numbers and interest rate and how we saved up, and then it led me to say, I was like, a lot of it is just behavior before we got in the house, and practicing good behavior and good habits to allow us to have the opportunity for the other 20% when those times were available to crunch the numbers. Then it's the head knowledge needs to kick in. But in order to get there, 80% of it was just being disciplined on the front end of it. And so I was having a conversation with my boy Squeak, and I love his weight loss journey, and I've known Squeak since we were kids, and man, his story is phenomenal, and his ability to be focused, and he does a lot of social media and sharing his journey, and a lot of people say how much they've been inspired by it, and I think he'd say the same thing. 80% of it is behavior. It's his ability to lock in, focus. Um, he will say a lot of it too is made in the kitchen with his decision making. I don't know if he could break down the micros and macros and do all this extra stuff, the head knowledge portion, quite yet. He may could, but a lot of it, I think 80% of it is behavior, the habits. And so I thought I'd just come on here real quick and say that. And yeah, signing off.